I'm sure you have a question as the president-elect. I don't think you were in that
This
session.
meeting is being recorded.
Thanks, Lunga. Hi, Pine.
Hi, Ashfaq.
Sorry, Ashfaq. Ashfaq was voted the president of the Journalist Council at a special meeting.
Oh, well done.
Loftus.
Congratulations on that.
So same to you, Pine, of the 11 tries and 78 points. Where was this Bulls team all season long?
Yeah, well, again, I think we're happy with the performance, and certain areas that we're happy. Not looking at the score, we're gonna make sure that what we wanted to fix in the last few months or few weeks, we fixed that sort of, but still hard work that's left for us going into next week.
I guess with 11 tries, you could get carried away, but you know that next week is a very different game and situation and the pressures as well. So, apart from the mental side of things, what would you say are some of the technical aspects? Maybe there was quite a bit of kicking in the zebra half. That seemed to be a deliberate ploy, but maybe next week holding on to the ball.
Again, I think it's up to the players, the decision they make on the field. If they see if there's space available, maybe to go in with a kick bin behind them, that's their decision on the field, and then we got to make sure that if that kick comes, then the defense back that. And again, for us tonight, got to make sure we had to make sure that with our discipline, can't give too many easy entries into our 22. If you do that against a side like Leinster, then obviously, I think their conversion rate is pretty much high. So, we've got to make sure that we stay good on the discipline side and that we build pressure either with ball in hand or with our kicking game.
But it will give the guys a lot of confidence, no matter who the opposition is. I mean, to run at such a big score, and there's some wonderful passages of play with Paulie, and also even some of the chips worked out.
Yeah. Well done to the players. I think their support play on the day was fantastic, and it's something that Chris Rousseau has worked really hard on. And well done to the players that executed that opportunities which they created. And again, you can't fault the whole team as a collective today. They really did well. So yes, as you said, I think the boys will take confidence out of today, but they know coming back Monday at Loftus, it's back to zero, and that we gotta make sure that we've got a good week of prep against Leinster.
Thanks, Chris.
Fine. I looked at the stats for this game, and I think in the first half there's maybe just one penalty on the Bulls. I mean, this was of late kind of uncharacteristic. Are you happy with the discipline today? It seemed like a lot of these silly penalties that have been creeping in over the past couple of months were just completely gone today. Was discipline an emphasis as you prepared for this week?
Yeah, because it was a big focus point for us. It's obviously last week when we played the Currie Cup game almost with the same squad against Griquas. It was the same message that we got to try and stay a bit cleaner on the discipline side and don't give opposition too easy entries into our 22. And it was a big focus point. Unfortunately, at certain stages, we got on the wrong side of the ref, but it was a big focus point for us to make sure that we don't concede silly penalties in certain areas of the field.
This game appeared to be some sort of statement game for Johan Groenewald. Boy, he was all over the place. Excellent open field running, line break, great handling of the ball, great defensive play. I take it you're pretty pleased with his job as hooker today.
Yeah, I mean, what he brings on the field with his work rate is immense, and he's really one of the leaders when it comes to our defense setup. He works hard to get in good positions, attacking wise. He sets himself on the right areas. So yeah, he's having a fantastic form. So I'm happy for what he's done today.
Well, the final question for you, Pine. Early in the season, of course, the Bulls and Stormers grew up near the top of the log. You guys fell away with some performances last couple of months. And the best you can do is move up a spot or two here. But with some help from the Stormers, ironically, and also from the Sharks, you could leapfrog ahead with gain a few spots here. You got 48 points in the log now here. So I think it's up to the Stormers and the Sharks. Are you rooting for the Stormers and Sharks to get victories this week and next week to help you guys move up the log? Thank you.
Yeah, Chris. I think for us, well, we don't have any control over that, but we can do what we can do. So we got to make sure that next week, we spot on against Leinster, and how the chips might fall. That's up to the other team. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Well, bye, Doc, and good luck next week
Thanks
against
so much.
Leinster.
Thanks so much, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Jan?
Thank you, Lunga. Fine. Apologies if the question has been asked. The internet's a bit wonky on my side. I'm not sure. I didn't hear all the answers. But would you have liked a bit more resistance in preparation for next week? Because this at times look more like a post-training run.
Yeah. Well, I think for us is that obviously sometimes a game like that, we didn't plan. Again, we've got so much respect for Zebra as a team, and if you have a look at some of the results, obviously didn't go their way, but at the end it was really tight. So when we prepped against them for them, we said it's a side that doesn't go away. Doesn't matter how far you are ahead on the board. If you take in comparison, they played against Connacht, and at one stage, they were, I think, 38-15 behind, and then at once they were 38-34. So that was our prep on them. So we've got so much respect for Zebra as a team. And again, well done to the players, for executing opportunities they created for today. But as we know, that's something that's been said in the change room. We know next week will be a different type of team that we're going to face. It's a quality side. Leinster, doesn't matter who they brought over to South Africa. With what they have and the depth they have in their squad, they're gonna be really a ferocious side. So back to the drawing board on Monday.
If you look at Leinster, you look forward to Leinster. What aspects of your game do you think still need the most work this week, or would you focus on towards the Leinster game?
Yeah, geez, Jan. I mean, they're a quality outfit. They haven't lost yet. So there's they probably. If you take stats-wise, they're the best attacking side in the competition. They're the best defensive side in the competition. So there's not much wrong with the team. That's currently obviously the world European leaders. So I think for us is we got to make sure that we have a look at what they do against Lions today. Maybe there's certain areas that we feel that we can look at, but they're a quality side, so we will have to be at our very best come next Saturday.
And just not game related, but is Jacob okay? Is everything fine, or you just the man in the hot seat today?
No, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Jake is good.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
I think Caleb.
Yeah, thanks, Lunga. Just a quick one from you, Pine, and congratulations. In terms of some of the performance for injury retainees like Johan Goosen, in the backline, how did his impact and combining with you almost had a full Springbok backline there with Goosen, Kenan Moody, and with Hendricks coming as well? And how does that make it ready for you guys to make if you're still pushing for a playoff and planning beyond that?
I think, if a guy like Goosen comes in from an injury, he was out for a while, and he plays like that, it builds a lot of confidence in the team, and can't take away that a guy like Chris Smith has done really well, so I think if you as a squad on that position that you have that type of players pushing for certain positions, then I think that's healthy. So, he did well today, but again, I think, the forwards really grafted so hard today, giving fun football, helping Goose out, and then the compliments to a guy like Ambrose Papier, that did well of the base of the scrum and then the breakdown. So, it's fantastic to have a guy like him back, but we are fortunate to have those type of players.
Yeah, and last one from me, playing like he's 28 and Bismarck Du Plessis, what does he bring to the squad, and in terms of his experience, especially considering that the team has been through a tough time in terms of the results, and how are those figures in around the youngsters, your Bismarck and your Monne?
Yeah, I think Caleb, busy with the amount of experience that he's got, especially in the week, is fantastic. So normally, we've got two groups training, and then he's on the other side. But he brings so much experience in the sense of how we prep, what to look for. So and again, when he came on today, I thought he did really well. So he's fantastic.
Thanks, Lou. That's all from me.
Thank you. I think that should be everybody. Silence is golden.
Thanks, guys.
Good, thanks.
Thank you, guys.